This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
I was at the grocery store the other day, and I went through and bought a bunch of stuff, and I had a little drink right here in my cart, and so I went through and paid for everything, and then I pulled out, and I saw I didn't pay for it. And I'm not going to lie, there was a moment I'm like, screw it, I'll just pick. But I know I've been really doing this whole thing, what comes around goes around, and this karma thing.
Yep.
And I said, hey, ma'am, actually, I forgot to do this. And I'm not trying to tell you I'm better than anybody. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing the right thing when it comes and being honest. But so I went and did a little study. There was a study out actually that came out. I did a little research, if you will, that 4 in 10 people will admit to being dishonest and would happily lie if they knew they can get away with it. 4 in 10, 40%. That's
really?
A lot. 53% would actually, if they were given more change when they checked out, would actually keep it, according to the survey.
Ooh.
And then 1/3 of the people asked and says, if you found out $300,000, would you keep it? 1/3 of the people said, yeah, I absolutely would. And then finally, half of the people said if they walked up to an ATM and somebody left a 20, that they would take it. And they would have no problems with that at all. Half of the people say that. The last one, I would be kind of like, well, what are you going to do? Somebody else is going to take it. And then, I mean, your mind goes through all these scenarios thinking, maybe the universe sent this to me, that kind of thing.
Yes, of
because,
course.
There's nobody else around,
Yeah.
and you're like, how do you get that $20 back to somebody?
Especially at an ATM, it's not like there's a customer service agent
Yeah.
around the corner that you can go
That's
say,
a good
hey, by
point.
the way, lost and found. Somebody left their $20 bill in the ATM machine. Here you go. How do they track it down?
I would look into the camera and say, hey, I found this. If the person that's looking for it, they can get a hold of me, you know who I am. And then I feel a little bit better about that.
I think there's some power to omission. If we don't tell someone about it or we don't fess up to it, then is it really lying?
Yeah, well, and I think a lot of people know. And I think that's a very good point.
Right?
And I think a lot of people, if they knew they can get away with it, and that nobody with no repercussions, would they do it?
Right.
And obviously so. It looks like more and more Americans would actually do just that.
Look,
so.
if I found $300,000, I would, come on, I would totally keep it.
I would.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I would be afraid that, I would lay low. I would think it out first. I'm not going to lie to you either. But eventually I go, man, somebody's going to be looking for this, and they're going to find me, and they're going to want me, and I'm going to have already spent it. And
You're thinking of the episode of Fargo where he finds the cash on the side of the road.
My mindset was actually right there.
And
That's
things
funny.
just go south, and he's like, it's because of the money I found.
That's 100%.
That's a good point. Well, the Philadelphia City Council just passed a bill banning the use of ski masks as the winter weather starts to take hold. The new law bans the use of ski masks on public transportation, in schools, daycares, parks, city-owned buildings, and recreation centers. The casual use of ski masks in the city increased in 2020 during COVID and coincided with a major spike in crime. Now, some are calling the move racist, while others say it's a matter of safety. Prior to COVID, you were not allowed to wear masks into several places of business, including banks.
And why would you want to in the first place? I mean, you're calling attention to yourself. And to me, if I saw somebody walking into a building, or a bank especially, and you got a ski mask on, I'm thinking you're about to rob this place.
Of course.
100%. And it could cause panic. It could cause, you have to understand. And it's not like you go, oh, I forgot I had this thing on. Right? And so, I don't feel this is racist. I think it's actually, we're looking out for each other by doing stuff like this. And that Philadelphia is actually on the right track to be able to
You say it's a matter of safety, not.
I think so, 100%. And
I
I don't see why you would need it. And first, you look weird walking around with those things.
Side note about Philadelphia, can I share this with you?
Please.
I just heard this morning. You know the Yule log on television that everybody sees? Apparently, Philadelphia has their own version. And Philadelphia is its own unique, beautiful city.
It is.
But their version of the Yule log, I kid you not, this is actually happening, is a trash can with fire burning. That's Philly's Yule log.
Let's go to Philly.
Come on, right?
Actually, I love that.
Great.
Now, if you want to watch a dumpster fire, you stick around, all right? Because we got a great one here waiting for you, too. It's only, half hour left of it, but at least you can check that out. Plus, we like to have a little fun as well. Lots of traditions around. I've heard of, I want to watch that, number one. I think it's a gorgeous idea, 100%.
It's great,
we need
isn't
to
it?
think of stuff in different cities of what that is.
Yeah, like different cities' version of
those-
the Yule log.
Of the Yule log.
You're
I
onto
love it.
something.
Don't go anywhere.